Welcome to Spine Cracks and Fast Tracks. This is episode number 3. We're finally here. We're finally recording a third episode. Appreciate it's been almost 2 months now. So thanks to those who are still hanging around for another episode. I'm Alicia, and I'm joined, of course, by... Welcome everyone who is here. We're trying once again, this is a trial and error situation. We're trialing a whole new setup again. Hopefully it's better. Maybe it won't be. We'll find out on the back end. But appreciate everyone hanging around while we figure this podcasting thing out. So to start us off, we'll probably cover, again, it's been 2 months, and I know Rebecca reads probably as much as I eat. So we're probably not going to be able to get through her entire list of things that she's read in 2 months.
I'm just going for the last week because I haven't even been updating Goodreads.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I normally do. I normally bring up Goodreads, actually. That's a good point. My probably reading for the past 2 months is probably going to match Rebecca's reading in the last week, but we'll see how we go. So I managed to finish, and I went and brought trophy copies because I wanted them. The rest of the crime series. This is the stuff that I've read in the past 2 months. The rest of them are on the shelf there. So that's just the second half of the series. So I finally finished that, though there's another one that comes out on Monday, which will be book 12. So I will read that on Monday. So that's crime thrillers. Stacey Green, if anyone is wondering. She does have another series as well, which follows a different detective. So I'm probably going to read that as well, but I wanted to finish off this one. I did read a romance book. Look at me go. So I read Victoria Wilder's latest one, Rumours and Whiskey. So I really loved her, was it Bourbon and Lies series, or Bourbon and Proof, Bourbon and Lies,
like and that. Yeah.
Bourbon and Secrets. I just said those out of order, but you know what I mean. So this is essentially a spin-off series following women this time, 3 sisters, and book 1 kind of sets up them starting to brew whiskey. So that's kind of cool. This one, so I've been watching a lot of kind of author and bookish kind of YouTube podcast things lately, and I've got a few random kind of book recommendations from there that I'm just been trialing different things and expanding my horizons. And this one, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, is actually there's a few of them, but this is the first one. It was written in Japanese, so it's by a Japanese author, so I'm not even going to attempt to say the name because I will butcher it. But that's the cover. It's very pretty, very short. But essentially the premise is there's this cafe that has this particular table, and there's a set of rules. But you can choose to sit down and have a coffee with someone in the past, but they have to have been in the cafe previously. So in that scenario, who would you sit down and have a coffee with? So there's, someone who's going to meet a spouse, or a sister, or someone who's passed away, someone who's probably didn't say what they needed to say before someone moved overseas, etc. So it's a bit of a deep and meaningful. I quite enjoyed it. Something a little different. May make you cry if you're so inclined or interested. Blacktop Wasteland. So this is a crime book as well. It was a little different in terms of what I was expecting from crime fiction. I again heard about it from another book two, I guess that's what they're called. And this one's got forewords by some pretty popular crime writers, and I think Stephen King even put some words in this too. So it had a lot of high praise from a lot of highly respected authors. Again, it was a little bit different. To be honest, I think this would translate really good into a movie format. Like it just seemed very much like a a gangland, not a gangland though, kind of movie, you know, guy who robs bank kind of situation. Obviously he's not, well, he is robbing a bank. Anyway, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit different. It wasn't what I would have expected when I picked up a crime fiction, different format, but still a really, really good story. This one, I'm sorry, my Kobo's going to sleep. God of the Woods was, again, I know a lot of people have read this because supposedly Taylor Swift read it during her Eras tour. And that, for me, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, so that wasn't really a reason to read it, hence why I had never heard of it before. But anyway, this booktuber that I follow was reading it in Singapore, of all places, and I was literally watching this video to look at, like, would I consider going on holiday to Singapore? And anyway, he was talking about this book the entire time. And it's one of those just kind of, you know, mystery, whodunit, where is the person kind of books. Probably wasn't my cup of tea. I think it could have been probably half the length. It just seemed to meander along. There were so many different points of view that I just didn't think really were required, and I don't know, the ending I didn't feel was satisfying enough for me. So anyway, I gave it a shot, finished it. Not really my vibe, but you know, something different. This one I read yesterday, Between Two Fires. Again, another one that has a lot of high praise around it. Supposedly this thing was really popular on Book Talk 2 years ago. It's a medieval horror story. So again, a little bit different from my usual reading. I didn't really feel that it was, you know, a lot of people were saying this was the best book they've ever read and, like, you know, once in a lifetime kind of book. Not that I went into it expecting that, but I expected it to be, I don't know, something that would just kind of grab me and hang on to me. But it just, maybe it was a little too heavy on the religion. For me, it obviously has some very religious undertones, and it's set in medieval France, which again I thought was interesting, and it's during the time of the Black Plague. But I don't know, every chapter seemed to be, we're traveling on this road, and oh, here's this thing, fight, fight, fight. Okay, next chapter, we're traveling on this road. Like, it was just over and over and over. And obviously there's a lot more to it than that, just simplifying it. But again, has a lot of high praise. A lot of people really loved it. I'm a bit meh on it, but still worth my time. And that's pretty much what I've read in 2 months. So, yeah. Rebecca's probably read 100 books in that time. But that's me. I have spent 2 months meandering around different genres. Yeah. Beck, what have you been up to?
Well, I'm going to start with what I've read since the 29th of June. So I did Inseparable by Siobhan Davis.
Okay.
Then I did Tempting Venom by Rena, the latest
yes, of
MM.
Course.
Yes.
Yep.
Loved it.
Rena Kent, the Queen. Yep.
Go wrong. Then I did Playing the Packing Game, which was book 2 in Tracy Lorraine's series. Hockey, obviously. Yeah. Then I did Married with Malice by Cora Brent, which was Mafia.
Okay.
Then
what did you think? Is that one decent?
Yeah, well, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
You know me.
Which means it's kind of code for I may not enjoy it. But maybe I will.
Probably. Yeah. No, I'm going for, we have very different tastes
yeah, okay,
these
all right.
days.
Yeah, generally things you really love are the things I don't really like.
Then I redid Shame by Skylar. Skylar, oh my God, Mason, who is, I love her. It's book 2 of the Purity series. It's all about purity culture. These people that have been
Okay.
raised in purity culture and they kind of break out of it. And yeah,
Okay.
like exploring, lots of exploring.
At first I was concerned, but now I can't. I get it. Okay. Yep.
Oh, no, no,
Yep.
no, no, no. Yep, yep, yep. So it's book two. Book one was fantastic. Book two's really, really good. It's about her. So she essentially creates a TikTok channel, and talks about purity culture and how she wants to get out of it. And then she sets herself 30 days to lose her virginity, and the guy that absolutely hates her is like, bet. Um,
Okay. I see the
yeah.
appeal now.
Exactly. Enemies to lover. Yeah, anyway. And then because I'm in a comfort mood, I am doing Blood of My Monster, Lies of My Monster, and I have 2 hours and 36 minutes left of Heart of My Monster by Rena Kent because again, cannot go wrong with Rena Kent, especially when it is mafia related. So
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and I love
definitely.
that series. Love that
Yeah.
trilogy. And after that, I'm going to go back and redo the Deception and Lies trilogy. So yeah, I've got my next week planned out too, because of course
Yeah.
I'm still
Okay.
waiting. We're currently on tenterhooks because Chantel Tessia finally announced 13 hours ago that she has uploaded Chaotic to Audible. We just now need to wait for Audible to go through it, do all their thing, and actually release it to
Oh,
the
that's right. You still
masses.
haven't read Chaotic because it wasn't on
Chaotic.
audio. Yes. Okay. All right. Well,
Mhm.
that's good. I'll have to refresh myself on Chaotic so we can talk about it once you've
Yes.
listened to
So
it.
I am going to have a re-listen, of course, to Madness because
Because why not? Who needs an excuse to do that,
it,
right?
exactly. So, and as disappointed as I am that it's not Adam's book, I am very, very excited. And of course, we've got the release date for the next In the Lord series in April, I think it is, next year. So,
Yeah.
fingers crossed that is Adam's book.
It
Hopefully.
kind of has to be.
I hope so, but I don't
But
know
you
if
never
any
know,
new
right?
characters or anything. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we
Yeah.
don't know if new characters have been introduced or anything. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
So
Well,
and then
from
if yeah.
I think from Chaotic, it's gonna be Adam's book. Like I don't think there's any major new characters introduced in Chaotic from memory that is going to leave. But in saying that, I don't know. There is much more involved people on TikTok who like delve into the nuance of everything she posts.
Yeah.
So
And the
yes,
worst part is, I love a lot of those people, and I've had to avoid it because I want no spoilers,
mm,
I want no talk, I want nothing. So as soon as they're coming up
yeah,
on my TikTok and what have you, I'm like, scroll, I'll come back, I'll
yeah,
like it later, I promise.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, well, I haven't seen a lot of people posting about um, Chaotic in a while, so hopefully it's died down. But I appreciate if the audiobook's just about to be released, there'll be a whole bunch of new people talking about it, because there are obviously a lot of people in the romance readers realm that prefer audiobook over ebook or paperback or whatever. So
Yeah.
good on you for holding out and
So
waiting.
it's been painful, and it's not the only one I'm waiting for. There's a bit of a lag at the moment in audiobooks coming sort of yeah after releases and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's been painful. Yeah,
yeah,
that's all I can say on it.
yeah. Mini violin for. I don't
Do
have a
you
mini
know how
violin,
hard
but
it is? Do you know how hard it is? You know me, I'm the type of person that used to be up at like midnight when it was released, like 12:05, I'd be
oh
reading.
yes, I remember. Yes,
And now knowing that I can't just like veg around all day, I used to be able to veg around all day and read, and now I cannot. I have to be in an office, and I have
No.
responsibilities and things I
These
have to
adult
do, and
responsibilities,
be
they're
a
so
grown up.
overrated. I have a different view now that I've kind of looked and inquired about the price of producing an audiobook, and looking at also what other authors are paying to produce them. I'm like, I understand now why it takes a few months. Not just
Yeah,
like
I
booking in,
can.
the recording artist to do it, but from a budget perspective, if it's a self-published, I appreciate if it's got a publishing house behind it, it's a little bit of a different scenario. It's like in that scenario, it's like, yeah, well, why is it taking months to release it later? With your recent run of Mafia books, I'm hoping you have space this month to read mine.
I do. Of course, I do. I just need
It
you
won't
to
be an
let me know
audiobook
when you're
unless you
sending
want
it.
me to sit there
No,
and
no, no,
read it
no,
to you
no.
over the phone.
As much as I love
That
hearing
would
your
be haunting.
voice, I'm quite happy to read it. That is no problems at all.
I'll make sure I do an Italian accent for you and an Irish accent and American. Like, yeah, no, I won't. I cannot do any of those. Just ask Duolingo. I am not good with accents.
My
I swear I
Turkish
say it
is
the
on
exact
point
same
though.
way it says it, but it's like, no, you still haven't got it right.
What I've found is that Duolingo wants you to use an American accent to say the words in that accent.
Yeah.
So you need to move your R from, like for us, the R is at the back, and
Mm.
we need to move the R to the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
you have to think about an
I
American
haven't tried it that
accent,
way.
and then, yeah, it took me a while to figure it out because I was like,
Yeah.
this is bizarre. I am saying exactly what you want me to
Yeah.
say.
Correct.
So either a British accent and then try, like, so you've got to do two accents at once, but
Yeah.
trust me, it works.
Okay. Because I haven't noticed it as much with Italian, and I assume maybe I'm better at Italian because I did learn Italian in school. So I'm still, I think I'm up to level 9 or something. So I'm still in the early phases of Italian. So at the moment, I'm just smoking it because it's like all just, coming back memory. So I don't notice it. But with French, that's where, and then it'll be like, remember the dialects, and it'll say the same word with a different French dialect based on
Yeah,
obviously, where they are in France. And I'm
where it's
like,
located.
but I'm trying to match the dialect, and now, but if I say it in the second dialect, it'll identify it. But if I try and say it the way the first person said it, it doesn't. Like, yeah. Anyway, so I'll try the British or American thing and see if that
Well,
works.
and that's the thing. Like I know with Turkish, like my French was no problems.
Yeah.
No, you're not dreaming. Um, I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Sorry, it's been a while since I've logged in. Um, like, you were asking me
Because
all
you've
these questions.
aced it. Yeah, it's like, who are you? Where have you been? What are you doing? Yeah. Hilarious.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, with Turkish in particular, like my French was fine, but
Yeah.
Turkish in particular, I ended up having to, yeah, do the whole moving where I'm speaking from
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And French is all through your nose. You talk all through your
Yeah, maybe
nose
I'm
for
not
French.
nasally enough. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, well, like in comparison to, I don't know, is an Australian meant to be very nasally? Don't we sound very nasally to other people? I thought we did.
Probably,
Probably more than the
probably.
French. But yeah, so maybe I need to tone it back. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm too nasally.
But I was going to say you're Queensland, so maybe you're too, yeah, like
Yeah,
you think
exactly.
of Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi having to have,
Yeah, I
dialect
need to
coaches.
ask Margot Robbie, who are dialect coaches, so I can smooth out my accents. It's fair. That's fair. I
Uh,
understand.
Neil the Seal
Yes, Neil the Seal.
back on land.
Well, he's in
He's
the ocean
back and he's
again now, but
bigger. He's destroying everything.
he did. He did. He the disrespect your surroundings memes were my favorite. I was like,
I think
yes.
that it was very appropriate. His beef with poles and witches' hats has now turned into beef with vehicles and
Yeah.
telephone boxes, even.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. Well, it's fair. I mean, Telstra have had a really shit week this week, so Neil the Seal was just trying
yeah,
to let us know that Telstra were not it at the moment.
that's it. Uh,
Or maybe that's
yeah,
why Telstra's having issues, because Neil the Seal's done some damage.
maybe he doesn't agree with their data centers. I'm not sure.
Neil the Seal. Love that the world is in love with Neil the Seal. It was disappointing to see, and I understand why the wildlife protection crews that are down there are saying that people need to stay back, and if people don't follow the directions, they may need to euthanize him. And I'm just like, can we not with that? Like,
To be fair, in Neil's defense, at least he wasn't attacking people's houses this time. Like last time,
yeah,
he
that's
was
true. He normally wakes
actually
up on
going
people's
up to
front
people's
doors and stuff,
houses.
doesn't he?
Yep, yep, and like smashes against the windows and the doors and stuff. So at least he wasn't doing that this year. Yeah, it was pretty bad that they had to warn people to actually stay away from him, like give him space because he's a ton. Like
Yeah.
as gorgeous as he is, and as much as you want to go up and go oogie boogie boogie, he is a wild animal. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
correct. And it's a self-perpetuating loop, right? When he's up and being aggressive, whether it be to a post or whatever, that's the sort of content people want to film. So, the more that they're in his space, the more he's going to be behaving that way, which just generates more content for people to film. Um, but yeah, still, Neil the Seal, he's awesome.
and I mean,
It's the
even
humans that
Dr.
are the
Chris
problem.
Brown got in on 100%. But even Dr. Chris Brown got in on the action this year, and started making a heap of TikTok content or social media content, I
I
should
did
say.
see some of
Wasn't
that.
just on TikTok. Yeah, so hats off.
Yeah.
Keep posting the content because the world needs more Neil the Seal.
I did like I think it was like coming from America that people were doing the memes of, we don't want a hot girl summer, I want a Neil summer or something like that. just just be angry. Rage against everything.
That's it. Put on all this weight and go and throw yourself against everything. I'm 100% for it.
Exactly. It's like
So,
sumo
yep.
wrestling, but with cute little flippers. I can do that. I can, throw my mass around and flap my hands. That's within my skill set.
And look innocent while doing it.
Exactly. Yes.
I like
Oh,
it. I
Neil.
like it.
I was very sad when I
Yes.
saw that they were like, "Oh, we think he went back into the ocean last night." I'm like, "What do you mean? He only just arrived."
I was gonna say he's only been here a week. Like, come
I know.
on.
I know.
We need more Neil the Seal. So yeah,
Yes.
especially since we've got alleged, I'm going to say alleged, mothers eating and cooking their children in the Central Coast.
Mm. Yeah, I did see that. Yep.
Yeah,
And
no words.
yeah, what do you say about that?
It's not the
Glad that she
first
walked herself
time.
into a police station and said something.
Yeah,
Um, Unfortunately, a little too late for the children involved, but it's
it,
it's kind
yeah.
of jarring as Australian, because that is not normal here. Not that that's normal anywhere, but
No, but it's
we are
becoming
not.
more
It's not
common
common.
because this isn't the first incident like this that has occurred in the last 12 months.
Yeah, there's
That
been some pretty
is
wild stuff coming out.
disconcerting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, it's I feel sorry for all the people involved. Absolutely terrifying
100%. Yeah.
scenario.
And I mean, the emergency responders even who walked in after the fact, like that has to stay with you. That's, yeah, messed up. Very messed up.
Yes,
So,
indeed. I hope they are given the support that they need. Because, yeah, like you said, that's not something that you're going to be able to get over anytime soon. Respect to our police and first responders and you know, coroners teams and things like that that have to respond to those sort of incidents all of the time. That is a heavy, heavy burden to take. I know I couldn't do that job.
no freaking way. No freaking way. So,
Are you happy that Leclerc has finally won a race?
yes, very, finally. Yeah, it took a while. I'm just sad that I couldn't watch it live. Yeah, it was fantastic that Charles finally managed to, yeah, win a race. And, yeah, it was very good. It was sad as a Max fan, but happy as a Charles fan. So,
Yeah. I was not in a great mood that day, let's put it bluntly. I may have turned the race off when Max walked to the wall. And of course, there was like 4 laps left, and it took like another lap before they showed the replay. So I stayed to watch the replay. And when I saw the replay of what happened, and it was clear immediately it was that fucking wing again, I rage turned it off. And I was like,
yeah,
I know how it's going to finish. It's either going to finish under safety car, or there'll be like at most George and Hamilton would have, you know, swapped second and third. Leclerc was safe where he was. I had no concern about it. But yeah, I was miffed. Yeah, and not that I want Max to leave Red Bull. I don't want that. I think Red Bull is his home, and I would love to see him finish out his career at Red Bull. But I also would completely understand if he leaves to go to another team, because
how
this is not good
speaking
enough.
of how do we feel about the whole big announcement coming and then it turned out that it was NASCAR related?
Well, to be fair, it was Will Buxton who made that statement that there was a big announcement coming. He is off at working for IndyCar, not working for Formula One. So I think people were just jumping to conclusions, which, you know, fair enough, everyone's trying to, yeah, but I'd rather just wait for the official announcement. But yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe they're just trying to drum up drama. Who knows? Like at the moment, they're going hard on Piastri being kicked out of McLaren and Max going over to McLaren.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's going to be the only drama so far on bloody Drive to Survive.
Yeah. Well, in terms of what Drive to Survive will be able to fill and make drama out of this year, it'll be George versus Kimi. There'll be drama there because George, well, we all know I feel about George's two-faced, isn't it? I'm sure there'll be plenty to film there, which George will make himself appear perfect and wonderful, because he's very good at his perfect
Do
British
do a
persona.
couple of do a couple of takes to get it right.
Exactly right. On his yacht with his girlfriend in a bikini beside them with Netflix, and his true inside scoop. But yeah, I honestly do not think there is a way that he can play this that will make him look better, because there is global love for Kimmy, and Kimmy is, even though he is technically an adult, everyone still sees him as this innocent kid. And And I think also because he's small in stature as well. Like most race car drivers have to be, but he is really small in stature, that it kind of also perpetuates the, oh, it's just young Kimmy, give him grace because he's just a kid, or he's not a kid anymore. He's, if it keeps going the way it is, he's about to be world champion as well. That's not kid stuff. But yeah, that George can have his fandom, but like even, I don't know, even George making comments at the British Grand Prix about taking some of Lando's stand. And I the whole time just like, do not make me sit here and agree with Lando. Do not make me do this, George. But I don't want to agree with
George,
you. I don't want to agree with either of
unifying
you.
the grid. No.
Anyway, I've just turned into a George rant. Anyway, can you tell I'm not a fan?
Gotta get it off your chest.
Another great thing that happened at the British Grand Prix, though, Alonso finally won a race. May have been the Lego race, but our two-time world champion got another podium.
We will take it. Exactly. We will take it.
100%, 100%. Put him in equal machinery and he will dominate. Fernando Alonso.
And of course we had the GOAT as well on the DJ booth with Latifi.
Yes, I did see that. I did. The P1 podcast, Matt and Tommy, they posted that they did hot laps at the British Grand Prix. And Kimi was who they did the hot laps with. So everyone immediately was like, that's why Kimi had a shit weekend, because of the P1 podcast curse. Any drivers they meet on an F1 weekend has...
It would explain it.
100%. Because it happened, what was it, at Monaco. They did an interview with no, it wasn't Behrman, Bortoletto. That's right, because they were guests of Audi. And of course, Bortoletto... he didn't get to finish the race either. So yeah, they're on quite a streak. So yeah, and then they've got Albon in the past as well, when they did an interview with him, and then he had a really shit weekend. So yes. Anyway, P1 Matt and Tommy, they're awesome, but clearly there is a bit of a curse there. Please don't ever meet Max on race day, please and thank you.
No. You can meet him before race day, after race day, but yeah, not at a race.
The FIFA World Cup has been something everyone has been talking about, and unfortunately, but unsurprisingly, Australia got kicked out early on by Egypt. I was also following Scotland, but of course they got kicked out very early on too. And then tomorrow morning is Norway versus England. And like all the memes coming out today are like, it's going to be cleated rivalry.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just like, okay. I didn't know about this law between England and Norway, because I'm not a soccer football fan, but I've been trying to get into the World Cup fever just to kind of see what's what, because it seems to have a pretty cool culture around the World Cup, which is kind of what kind of intrigued me to try and pay a bit more attention to the particular sport. Not that I'm really a football fan, even though we call it soccer here in Australia. Whenever I say football, brain thinks of other codes, not actually
Union League.
Correct. I watched a few soccer games now in this World Cup, and I still can't get behind all the diving and attempts at faking injuries to try and get a penalty.
Been absolutely loving the memes, TikToks, reels, and what have you, of all the women sitting there taking notes to take and give to their doctor, like to perform that way for their doctor, so that their doctor will actually do something about like their pain and stuff like that.
100%. These men are
like,
solid actors. So yeah, I agree. Let's
off.
I love this.
Yep.
Women in dominated fields.
100%. 100%. And I mean, even if you watch the women's game, I'm pretty certain there's not as much diving and what have you as there is in the men's.
Go figure. I shouldn't bring it up because I'm still officially in mourning. So please be gentle with me. The State of Origin, there was a lot of serious diving and acting happening there. This time, I was just like, wow, some of y'all should be playing soccer with some of this BS. Like, come on.
I only knew, so I didn't watch it, but I only knew we were winning because at 9 o'clock, Henry came out and asked me when I was going to bed so that he could put it on the TV. Now, if Henry's asking if he can put it on the TV, you know we're winning.
Yeah, exactly right. He's wanting to continue to watch it as opposed to turning it off. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Well,
yes.
I should have turned it
Onto
off.
some
But
real
anyway.
sport though. The
Mm.
Ice Hockey Classic here in
Shots
Australia.
fired. Real sports.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yes. What's the score
Um,
actually? Because
yes.
Brisbane were playing Sydney while we started
Yeah,
talking,
no,
and I
no, no.
didn't look at
That's
the.
that's AIHL. I haven't got to that yet. It's the Ice
Okay,
Hockey
sorry, my
Classic,
bad.
which is America versus Canada.
Oh
They're
yes,
tied 2-2 in the series so far. They've played in Tasmania. They've played
in Hobart, and then they're in
in
Canberra this weekend.
Canberra this weekend. Yes, and unfortunately didn't get tickets. Sucks because
Yeah, because I
we had
think
so much fun last year.
last night was the Ice Hockey Classic mixed team versus the Brave, and I think tonight
Yeah.
is USA versus Canada. Um, yeah, because I saw the advertisement for the game yesterday, and I was like, oh, because it surprised me because I'm like, oh, there's a game on Friday night. That's cool. Because here in Brisbane,
Yeah,
they
no,
only
it's the
ever
Brave
play
having a kid out.
on Saturday and Sunday evenings. So I
Poof,
was pleased to see
poofed.
a Friday night.
It's not our first Friday night in Canberra. It looked like it was a lot of fun there last night. Let me just
Yeah,
put it that
it would have
way.
been. Yeah, absolutely. At the hockey, it would have been definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. And one thing that has transpired since we last spoke is the Canberra
Wow.
call out
Yeah.
for a women's team for the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. Because of course, as Becca's mentioned before, that Canberra has the
It's
Pirates,
a
which is the
pirate.
current women's team that plays Canberra, but they play in the New South Wales League. They don't play. Canberra doesn't currently have a women's Australian league team, so they're looking to bring one, which will be awesome. And one thing I did find locally here in Queensland that I wasn't aware of, but we actually have a Brisbane Hockey League I did not know about. And I found out because someone at the Lightning Games was wearing a Brisbane Drop Bears jersey. And I was like, I'm sorry, who are the Brisbane Drop Bears? I need to know who this team is immediately and understand
Is there
the
the
jersey
big
is
chickens
just as
too?
cool as you think it is. It's literally a
No, no.
koala with a
Koala.
hockey stick dropping from a tree. It's brilliant. Anyway, shout out to whoever designed that jersey. But anyway, there is a Brisbane Hockey League, and we have a bunch of little clubs and little teams that play in Brisbane. I did not even know this. I think the biggest hockey, well, not the biggest hockey news. There's so much hockey news, but Ovechkin signing for another year, potentially two.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Get it, Ovi.
So excited to see him come back. Um, yeah, he's going to make that goal record so much harder for anyone to hit. Not that he hasn't already smashed Gretzky's record. But
I know,
he's still
trying to
in fine
get there.
form. Like, why
Oh
wouldn't he
God,
keep
yeah.
playing?
Like, and that's the thing. Like, he is so. I just love it. He's so blasé about the whole thing. Yeah.
He's so chill. He's so chill.
And you're off
Anyway,
to Bathurst. So what are you doing at Bathurst? Because I never actually got to ask you that.
I woke up one morning and went, oh, I'm going to go to Bathurst. And bought ticket to Bathurst. So yes, I have never been to the Bathurst 1000. I've been to the Bathurst track. I have driven around the Bathurst track multiple times. I have been to Bathurst. But I've never actually gone to the Bathurst 1000, which is a massive race here in Australia. It's like the pinnacle race for the supercar, the V8 supercars. So I've been to other V8 supercar races. Most recently, I think it was a couple of years ago, I went to the Gold Coast 500. It would have made more sense if I went to the Gold Coast 500 again. That thought did cross my mind after I'd bought tickets to Bathurst, because Bathurst is directly a week before the Gold Coast 500. But anyway, I've never been to Bathurst. And the Bathurst 1000 is an even longer race. But anyway, I'm going now. Where am I staying? And flights. I don't have those.
Where are you flying to?
Tell
Are
you
you going to
this,
fly to
there is
Bathurst
no
or Orange
reasonably
or...
priced accommodation left in Bathurst,
Wait, there wouldn't be.
unless I want to pay
Even
like
camping.
between $5,000 and $10,000 for a couple of nights. That is pretty much all that is left in Bathurst. So I was looking at Orange. Yes, and I can get flights to Orange. Yeah, it'll be a little prop job, which is, my favorite plane to be on. Love a little prop job.
It's like flying from
But anyway,
Sydney to Canberra.
Yeah, so I bought the ticket. That's all I got.
You may be better off
Yeah.
hiring a car and just driving here.
Because, Bathurst is a very popular event, and most people organise all of this stuff, a year in advance. Hello, Kitty. Just, so yes, I've tickets to Bathurst. Don't know how I'm getting there. Don't know where I'm staying, but I'm going to be trackside for 4 days. I got a grandstand seat on the straight, just before the start line. So should be half decent. I don't know. I didn't do any research. I didn't even this wasn't a well thought out process of where's the best place to sit. I just went, look, there's grandstand seats available. That works for me. I'll find one of those. Anyway, so this is the least organised I've ever been in going to a race of any sort. But either way, it'll be a vibe. I'll have fun.
Yeah. It'll be an experience.
It will be. So yes, that's my trip on a whim. I still don't know what I'm doing for my birthday, but I'm going to Bathurst a month later.
Oh, I was going to say.
This is how well my planning is going this year. It is not going well.
No.
Yeah. But in my
a lot of it south.
Yeah. What is with that? I don't know. Yeah, all of my energy and resources is going into my book. Let's just put it that way. That is very well planned out and very organised and probably overkilled. But anyway, which has made me not focus on what are my travel plans for the year. So yes, I'm a little bit on a whim at the moment. But yeah.
Check things off one at a time. Because Mum actually said to me today while we were grocery shopping, she's like, you haven't been at hockey as often this year as you were last year. I was like, no. Number one, most of the games sold out. Number two, I am going in how many weeks' time? Then I had to bring Sarah. I'm like, where are we going?
Yeah, that's like 2 weeks' time.
It is. See, yeah. Even you know. I did not know this. So
yes.
No.
Whoops.
I will be back there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the same. It's the same in Brisbane. Every game is sold out. Because you and I were talking about potentially seeing a game here in Brisbane, but they're all sold out. We would have to book it at the beginning of next season, because a mate of mine here locally was like, "Oh, you're going to the hockey? I wouldn't mind going and seeing a game." They've never watched hockey before, and I'm just like, love to take you, but there's no seats. It's literally
But
sold out. I can't get you a ticket.
that's the thing in the Brave fan groups and stuff. Every weekend, there's people going, I need, 2 tickets for Saturday's game, or 2 tickets for Sunday's game, or one person did want 13, and I thought that was asking a lot. But
Yeah.
like, there's, fair enough if somebody can't make it and what have you, and has like their membership and whatnot. But yeah, it's hard trying to get tickets to any of the remaining games. So, let
Yeah.
alone trying to get to Melbourne to go to the finals series. That's just not going to happen. So, I am going to
Yeah.
soak it up and make the most of the next 2 weeks' time when I'm back down there.
Exactly right.
And yeah,
Make sure Zara does her little,
they
winning move for the
finally
Brave.
got rid of. They finally got rid of CBR.
Oh,
They dropped
hallelujah.
CBR. It's Let's Go Brave.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm like,
We'll
yes,
take that.
yes,
That's good.
yes. CBR just so wrong.
It just, it doesn't have the same ring to it,
It-
but it just, it
no.
seems forced. Like, why are we talking in acronyms? It's,
And I mean, I get it. They used to be the CBR Braves, but yeah, no.
Yeah, and I understand Canberra used to CBR on a lot of their like logos and stuff for branding for the city and stuff. But so I understand where it's come from, but as a chant, it just doesn't have the same vibe.
Well, it's different at like the football and stuff. Like if you do it over at the Raiders across the road, it would hit different. But ice hockey is not the same. You want something that's, I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, I'm happy.
Either way, go Braves. That's the
cheered
point.
when I saw that. Yes.
Oh, there you go. I didn't see that, so that's yeah. They do put on a good vibe at the AI, was it AIS? Yeah, AIS Arena.
Correct.
They do
Yes.
put on a good vibe there. That's enough for us tonight, chatting away here. Bex had to relocate because her chair has been overtaken by by the kitties. They've claimed 2 chairs.
Yeah. Yep. Well and truly.
So it's officially time to end the podcast because Rebecca's getting kicked out of every seat in the house. So thanks for listening. I hope this was in some way entertaining, and thanks for sticking with us while we work through learning how to podcast and trying new and inventive ways to try and get this thing to you. And hopefully next time will be an even better iteration. But thanks for watching. Feel free to follow us if you like this kind of content, and we'll catch you on the next one. Toodles.